Hello guys, welcome. So it is time for me to listen to the Everything Changes album from Take That. And a lot of you are telling me this is your favorite of their earlier albums. Obviously, I've heard quite a few of the songs from this project already, as I've been watching their concerts on my Patreon, but I'm ready to get into this and hear the full project. And speaking of Patreon, if you'd like to see the full version of this video, completely unedited, you can find it over there. The link is in the description. All right, let's get into it. Everything Changes, a song I have heard.
Girl, come over here. Let me hold you for a little while. And remember, I'll always love you. Everything changes but you. We're 1,000 miles apart, but you know I love you. Everything changes but you. You know every single day I'll be thinking about you.
You know, I've never noticed, but there's a lot of cool things going on with the percussion.
In your arms to hear you say that everything changes but you. We're 1,000 miles apart, but you know I love you.
The nerve of them to start off with a sax solo. They know me too well.
Everything changes but you. I'll be thinking about you, thinking about you. Everything changes but you.
Man, Robbie has such an underrated falsetto. He and Gary obviously sing in very different styles for the most part, but in terms of vocal ability, they are both savages. And speaking of Robbie, I've said this many times before, but I just love that he took the lead on that track. And I can't remember if any of you have told me whether or not there was a specific reason why he took the lead on that track, but it was a great decision. Of course, I have to add that song to the favorites. I mean, it is a favorite. And next up, we have Pray. And I just pray that I won't make a fool of myself trying to do the choreography. No one needs to see that. Oh, of course I've heard this song. Forgot to mention.
By my side. The morning always comes too soon. Before I even close my eyes, yeah. All I do each night is pray. Oh, girl. Hoping that I'll be a part of you again someday. Oh, yeah. Before I even close my eyes, all I do each night is pray.
That was a really pretty run from Gary.
Hoping that I'll be a part of you again someday. All I do each night is think you and me forevermore. That's what I told you.
Oh, such great ad-libs from Gary on that track. And of course, adding it to the favorites, I mean, come on, it's Pray. I didn't do the choreography, thank goodness. Your eyes have been spared. Jokes aside, something I did not really notice about the song until now is what it's about. And it's about someone asking their significant other for forgiveness because, well, they've been hiding from their feelings. And I know the song is not about me, but if Gary were to sing that to me, I would instantly forgive him, and that might be a little problematic, but it's okay. All right, next up we have Wasting My Time, the first track I have not heard.
Coming after you, girl.
Well, this is different.
Always on my mind that I can steal your love away. Even now I know it doesn't change me.
I'm sorry, I've just taken aback by these lyrics. They're kind of funny. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you snooze, you lose. Also, that chorus was really fun. It has a bit of a show tune feel to it, if that makes sense. But this lyrical content, messy, messy, messy.
When I know your love find someone else instead of me. I'm wasting my time running after you, girl. Wasting my time, still I feel a sense of love.
This track also has a bit of an island influence.
You said that you've been missing me. How can that be, girl? Wasting my time, but I can steal your love away.
The sound of this song, so classy. I could just visualize them singing it in very well tailored suits. I don't know if they have ever performed that song live, but I could totally see it. Definitely gets a favorite. And so does Relight My Fire, which of course I've heard, and I've seen performed live several times. Another thing with Wasting My Time that I forgot to mention, what I found hilarious, is that he was thinking about stealing someone's love away. And I just pictured this couple having a romantic dinner and getting interrupted by Gary. And he just starts fighting the guy. I don't know why that's where my mind went. I have a flair for the dramatic, okay? But if I were to direct the music video for that song, that's what I would have done. It's not too late, gentlemen. Just saying. The song is 30 years old at this point, but it's not too late. All right, Relight My Fire. Featuring Lulu.
But like a thief in the night, you took away the love that I knew. Relight my fire. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire, 'cause I need your love.
The bass line and the strings definitely make this song.
Turn back the time till the days when our love was new. Do you remember, baby? Keep on walking, baby. Relight my fire. Relight my fire. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire.
Listen, if that track doesn't take you to 90s disco heaven, then I am gravely concerned. And as much as I love the music video for that track, I was honestly thinking about the hometown performance and Howard's butt, because it's so iconic. That is the visual that immediately pops into my head when I hear it. All right, next up, we have Love Ain't Here Anymore. Finally, I am getting to hear the studio version of this track, and I've been ready to hear this since watching the Live in Berlin performance, where Gary knocked my socks off. All right, let's get into it.
Oh yeah, baby. Don't you want me to go? So honey, why don't you beg me to stay for love? To a town called yesterday.
Oh, the background vocals.
Ain't here anymore. Then I
Oh my gosh.
forevermore. Yeah. And when I find someone to share, I'll never give up. I will hold
I love what the bass is doing.
this love leads to more. Yeah. Hey, don't you want me to love? You say you don't want me to go.
Wow. Okay. I just realized, once again, I was silent for most of that. I was just taking it all in. And that did not disappoint. You know, sonically, that song really reminds me of A Million Love Songs, and both those songs are some of my absolute favorites that Gary has written. And I think I'm drawn to those two songs in particular because Gary is so good at blending pop and R&B. All right, next up, If This Is Love. These drums are sounding quite similar to Pray.
If this is love, then love's not meant for me. Love's meant for me.
That might be one of the most relatable lyrics I've heard in some time.
This is love. Is this the way that love has got to be? Now, baby, I can't take it. If this is love, then love's not meant for me. Oh, tell me why. If this is love, then love's not meant for me. Oh, tell me why.
Okay, so with If This Is Love, there were a lot of things I did enjoy about it, and there were some things I wasn't a huge fan of. Of course, I loved hearing Gary sing in his falsetto for most of the song, the chorus at least. Also, loved the background vocals, and the fact that the song was written from the perspective of a man being hurt, you know, being very vulnerable, and there was no shade being thrown. Sonically, however, it just didn't do much for me. The chorus definitely grew on me as the song progressed, but I think a huge reason why there was a disconnect for me is because it sounds very similar to Pray, in my opinion. All right, next up, Whatever You Do to Me.
Ooh, no.
Well, this is a 180.
I'm mad at you because of all the things you do. I want you to say, so let me hear your feelings inside. Never dreamed that I'd see this kind of thing in my life. Somebody else will do to you.
You know, I'm just realizing
My heart.
I do remember them performing this during the Live in Berlin show. That was a wild sax solo. I mean, who doesn't love a song about karma? And it's kind of funny. I was talking about how there is no shadiness with If This Is Love, but that's because they just saved it all for the next track. But that's another track that I feel everyone can relate to in one way or another. Overall, though, I feel kind of similarly about that track as I did with If This Is Love. I did thoroughly enjoy the chorus of that song and the bridge, but the verses weren't really there for me, melodically speaking. All right, Meaning of Love. Sounds like we are back in the club.
No sacrifice, no inspiration. Can you understand me? Why should I ask you? Why should I worry? Never worry about me. I thought I knew.
I also remember the live performance of this song. Love that delay on Gary's vocal, by the way.
I thought I knew the meaning of love. Now I'm asking you why. I thought I knew the meaning of love.
How do you not move and groove to this bass line? Okay, we have a new favorite. Yeah, that song was super catchy the whole way through, but especially the chorus. And obviously I found it quite memorable because I immediately recognized it as soon as the chorus came in. Super bass heavy, what more could I ask for? Alright, next up we have Why Can't I Wake Up With You? Another song I've grown to love. Let's get into it. I love how that started off. Ah, that was so nice. I love everything that's going on with the production in the background. I did not need that to be over. Excuse me, song. No. No. Okay. I already knew I loved it. Based on the live performances and the music video for the single version, definitely going to be in my top 3 from this album. I just get the feeling. Now I understand why all you guys were saying you preferred the Everything Changes version. I do as well. Oddly enough, it feels much more R&B to me than the original, and it's sexier. Alright, next up we have You Are the One. Pretty sure I saw a live performance of this from the Berlin show as well. The title sounds familiar. Vocoder? That's a first. I feel like I'm in a video game. That's another instant favorite for me. I don't remember being as impressed by the live version, but it's probably because I was just busy staring at the guys and I wasn't paying much attention, but yeah, that track was awesome. Honestly, that might be my favorite right behind Why Can't I Wake Up With You, especially production-wise. Ooh, okay, that track made me very, very happy. Next up, we have Another Crack in My Heart. Ouchie, that's how that title makes me feel.
Maybe I should try to live alone. Maybe I should try. Or raise the flag of mercy to unknown. Or maybe I should run and hide away till another day.
That piano riff sounds so early 2000s to me. For some reason. Definitely feeling the drama with this track.
In my heart, another picture on the wall, another way to spend an evening when there's no one there at all. Silk is at the door, another crack in my heart, another crack in my heart, another picture on the wall, another way to spend an evening when there's no one there at all. Another crack in my heart.
Okay, that track was very interesting to me because I loved how melodramatic it was, and I loved Gary's vocal. I pretty much enjoyed everything about it except for the instrumentation. Of course, you guys can feel free to disagree with me, but I feel like the production on that song was a little too upbeat for what the song was. And I'm not saying it had to be a ballad. It could have been great as a dance song or a ballad, but I just feel like it could have been much better served with a completely different type of production. And next up, we have Broken Your Heart. Okay, sounds like we are back to the dance floor. Oh yeah, yes we are.
It's good to be near you, even though I'm alone. Reviving memories of our happy home. Even though I am broken, even though I am broken, your heart, will you still love me?
That's a lot to ask of someone.
Consequences of freedom, but now you have what you dream. Just wanna be loved. I don't wanna be lonely, I wanna be loved. You still love me, even though I am broken.
Okay, so with that track, it's once again similar to another Crack in My Heart. I loved everything about it except for one thing, and with Broken Your Heart, I just felt like the chorus was a little weak. So yeah, it's not a favorite, but I still enjoyed listening to it very much. And that brings us to Babe, and I'm going to go ahead and make this one a favorite because I have, of course, reacted to the music video and seen 2 live performances of the song. Let's get into it.
Asked where you'd be. You said she's moved on, you see. All I have is a number. You better ask her, not me. So I picked up the phone and dialed your number. And I'll be straight down. I've got so much to tell you about where I have been. As I walk down your road, can't wait to be near you. I'm here again.
I love how long they waited to bring the drums in.
Where have you been? Where have you, babe?
Feels like such a release.
Back again. I tell you I'm back again, baby. I'm back again. I'm here again. I'm back again, babe. Where have you been? Where have you, babe?
I love how that song just transforms into a rock ballad. Also, a lead from Mark. What's not to love? What's not to love? Now, I did notice there's a Spanish version of Love Ain't Here Anymore and a few remixes, but I'm not including them just in case you guys aren't interested. So if you would like me to react to any of these other 4 tracks, please do let me know and I will include it in an upcoming video. Sounds like a ringtone.
I only do to make you happy.
Okay, there's definitely a Latin influence here.
I've made the plans as soon as we both get the chance. I will make all these things happen. If all you want is me, then all I want is you. If all you want is me, then all I want is you. Say the things that are unknown. I only want to make you happy. And in my mind, I've made the plans as soon as we both get the chance. I will make all these things happen.
I kind of wish they extended that outro after they dropped the beat. That would have been fun. That was a fun song. It wasn't my favorite on my initial listen, but I was still able to move and groove to it. The instrumentation was fine, but melodically I feel like it left a little to be desired. But of course, that's just me. Alright guys, well, we have come to the end of this album, and that was a fun experience. There were a few songs on this album that I didn't connect with as much, but overall, I do think it was a much stronger effort than Take That and Party. So it's nice to see that the growth immediately started to happen after the debut, and I definitely have a stronger emotional connection to my absolute favorites from this project. Also, love that Robbie and Mark got solo moments here. I guess I just list my favorites. Okay, let's see here. So we have Everything Changes, Pray, Wasting My Time, Relight My Fire, Love Ain't Here Anymore, Meaning of Love, Why Can't I Wake Up With You, You Are the One, and Babe. And if I had to pick a top 3, oh boy. Alright, let's see here. I'd say Pray, Why Can't I Wake Up With You, and You Are the One. I'm sure a few of you may be shocked by that top 3, but those were the ones that really got me. I'm a little upset that You Are the One did not get a music video. It really deserved one. Just saying. That song is so cool, in my opinion. Anywho, I look forward to seeing you all in just a few weeks for Nobody Else, and then the Earl's Court show, which I will be reacting to on Patreon. Also, please do leave your top 3 tracks from this album in the comments down below. And if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!